The Sydney police has released CCTV video footage of 41-year-old Prabha Kumar minutes before she was fatally stabbed in Sydney. In the CCTV footage, Prabha can be seen talking on her mobile phone. It is believed that she got off a train at Sydney's Parramatta railway station about 9 p.m. local time before turning left onto a walkway. The footage doesn't appear to show anyone following Prabha as she made her way home that night, but police believe she was attacked while on the walkway. The Indian software consultant was brutally stabbed to death in Sydney. She was on the phone talking to her husband in India when she was attacked. She was found by a passerby shortly afterwards and she was rushed to a hospital, but doctors were unable to save her. Meanwhile, the company Mindtree, which employed Prabha, has issued a statement saying, "We are deeply shocked by this tragic loss. Our prayers are with the family of the deceased. We're working with officials of both the countries to help the family to bring her body back to Bengaluru. We are providing all the necessary support to authorities investigating the case," unquote. Also, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj tweeted saying that she was in constant touch with the consulate in Sydney. The consulate is extending all cooperation and help.
I'm joined by Prabha's family. My condolences are with you at this times, but I'd like to ask you, what are the kind of communication that you've got from the Australian government? What is the update you have in terms of that, how Prabha was attacked? What are the details they have shared with you?
Well, right now, as my uncle traveled to Australia and he reached Sydney last afternoon, 2:30 IST. And then today in the morning at 11 a.m. IST, he has gone and identified the body.
Any other communique that you have had with the government?
Well, as of now, only Madam, like I told you, Madam Sushma Swaraj, she has directly contacted my uncle in Sydney. That's my Arun Kumar, Prabha's husband, and she has ensured him that all the procedures will take place on time, and then everything will take place on time, and then it will come back here on Wednesday. And this was promised by the Mindtree also. And from the Australian government, as of now, we haven't got this thing apart from my uncle back in Sydney. Please finish the entire procedure and please send my aunt's mortal remains to this country ASAP, because there is a daughter who is waiting and who is untold about the entire story and who is not even aware of it. My aunt's mother and father, who are quite old, and then they've been informed regarding the situation previous evening, and even they are in a shock, and everyone in the family too. But please take this in a high priority and finish all the paperwork on time, and please send her mortal remains ASAP to India.
Our prayers are with the entire family so that they can tide over this particular crisis. But more importantly, it is not just one incident like this, but it opens eyes about the safety and security of individuals. And like he has been praying and asking for, not the fact that he's saying is that that basic requirement of safety and security, especially when Indians work abroad, that should be provided. Well, that is one need to see whether Mindtree as a company or the Indian government also will take it up at a war footing. With Cameron Madhuroni Swami in Bangalore for Headlines Today.
Our Consulate General in Sydney was informed of it the next day, that is yesterday morning, by the employers, which is an Indian company, Mindtree. Since then, the Indian Consulate General has been proactively engaged with the Australian government. Our Consul General spoke to the New South Wales Premier, Mr. Mike Baird, and requested him to pursue this matter with the utmost importance. At this stage, I don't think we should impute any motives, because the police are on their job, they're doing their job. Let us wait for their outcome. All we can say is that we take this matter seriously.
What could be more heart-wrenching than a husband having to hear the last few words of his wife, even as she was being stabbed to death, and oceans apart, the husband not in a position really to come to the wife's rescue. The story has shocked the whole of New South Wales and Australia. NSW Premier Mike Baird there expressing deep condemnation of this incident and also, of course, deep regret and shock, assuring Indians of their safety. Now, neither the Indians nor the Australians, in fact, are attributing motive to this incident at the moment, whether it was racially motivated, whether it is a hate crime or simply an isolated act of lawlessness. But clearly, the Indian authorities, of course, are taking deep interest and ensuring that speedy investigations happen into this case, because this is a case which is being monitored by Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj herself. CGI Sanjay Sudhir accompanied the husband, Mr. Arun, of the victim, in fact, to the police station. The delegation also included representatives of the Indian firm for which Mr. Arun's wife and the victim, in fact, was working in Australia for the last 3 years, Mindtree, which is the company. They were assured by the Australian police that a special detective cell is being set up to look into this case. No arrests made so far, but clearly questions being raised again as far as those assurances were concerned that had been given to, of course, not just the Indian community, but to other outsiders and migrants as well, in the wake of those attacks on Indians in 2010 and 11 in particular, where they had said that they would increase police vigilance, lightening up, install more CCTVs, especially in the suburbs of Sydney and Melbourne, where these communities stay. For now, of course, the Indian authorities working closely in tandem with the Australian counterparts. In New Delhi, with video journalist Ashok Bhanot, this is Smita Sharma for Headlines Today.